On the Global TV News Express headlines, FRC commends Tinubu on fiscal regulatory framework. Court stop NLC TUC's Tuesday strike. China's slowing economy to affect Nigeria IMF. Plus, Kosovo beefs of security ahead of football match with Israel. Hello and a very warm welcome to all our viewers in Nigeria and around the world to Global TV News Express live in Nigeria's capital, Abuja. I am Fawziya Lukman. Tinubu assures Nigerians, potential investors that their investments are safe in Nigeria. Speaking at the Saudi Arabia summit in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia on Friday, President Tinubu says Nigeria is ready for business while assuring investors of some of the world's highest returns on investment. The president says Nigeria is desirous of enhancing collaborations with the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia on combating terrorist organizations such as Boko Haram, ISWAP, and other violent extremist groups which have been terrorizing the Lake Chad and Sahel regions. Nigeria and Saudi Arabia have always enjoyed a special relationship at both bilateral and multilateral levels. Within the past 6 decades, our bilateral cooperation, which was initially Hajj-centric, has witnessed diversification to cover a number of areas of common interest. It is delightful to note the presence in the great kingdom of a large number of our compatriots and professionals, including highly skilled medical practitioners and professional football players. Chairman of the Fiscal Responsibility Commission, FRC, Victor Omukaro, has commended President Bola Tinubu's dedication to enhancing the Fiscal Responsibility Act 2007. The statement released by Bade Aguero Onyewagu, head of Strategic Communications Directorate, highlighted the collaborative efforts toward fortifying Nigeria's fiscal landscape under President Tinubu's leadership. Speaking during the interactive session of the Senate Committee on Finance at the National Assembly, Moruako says the Fiscal Responsibility Commission is a product of the Fiscal Responsibility Act 2007, aiming to establish a transparent and accountable financial framework for Nigeria. He emphasized the FRC's core mandate, ensuring prudent, transparent, and timely revenue-raising policies, resources, allocation decisions, and debt management strategies. The federal government says it will start charging owners of completed unoccupied houses triple ground rent instead of the single rate normally charged for 3 months after completion. The Minister of Housing and Urban Development, Ahmad Engiwa, said this in an interview with Newsmen during his continuation to site visit of housing project constructed by the government and its agencies on Friday in Abuja. Engiwa affirmed that the issue of completed unoccupied properties was prevalent in the FCT and some states of the Federation, while many citizens were in their need of accommodations. The Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, on Saturday says its top officials have launched an investigation into allegations that result sheets were forged in some polling units in Kogi State. INEC disclosed this on its X handle minutes after pictures of the false sheets emerged. The Commandant General of the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps, Ahmed Abubakar Audi, has condoled with the families of 4 of its operatives killed in active duties. This is as he charged officers and men of the Rivers State Command to be courageous in the fight against vandalism of oil pipelines and illegal dealings in petroleum products in the state. Audi made this call while on working visit to the command to condole with the command and families of the 4 officers who lost their lives while on official duty at Alakiri in the Degema local government area of Rivers State. He further charged all personnel to continue to put in their best with utmost loyalty, dedication, and discipline even as they serve the nation. The Appeal Court Lagos Division has dismissed the petition filed by Action Alliance, an Accord party, against the election of Governor Umo Eno of Akwa Ibom State. The 3-member panel, led by Justice Tani Hassan on Friday, dismissed the petition after the appellate court observed that the findings of the Electoral Petition Tribunal was unassailable. The Action Alliance and its governorship candidate, Ukpan Udod, had contended that the party's name was not captured on the ballot paper. They therefore urged the court to nullify the election. However, Eno and his party, the People Democratic Party, prayed the court to discountenance the submission of AA. The Lagos State has concluded plans to short and divert traffic on Marine Bridge, Apapa area of the state for repairs work from Friday 10th November till Thursday 21st December 2023. Commissioner for Transportation Oluwasegun Oyisimi announced the planned closure for rehabilitation works. He noted that in continuation of the repairs work by the Federal Ministry of Works on the Marine Bridge, traffic will be diverted to the bridge from Friday 10th November till Thursday 21st December 2023, urging motorists to make use of the Marine Bridge access road to Area B and make a U-turn at the Point Junction Road towards Marine Bridge to continue their journeys. He, however, assured that traffic personnel from the Lagos State Traffic Management Authority last month would be deployed to manage traffic flow and minimize inconveniences. The National Industrial Court sitting in Abuja has restrained the Nigerian Labour Congress, Trade Union Congress, as well as their affiliates from embarking on any strike or industrial action. The union had, after an extraordinary National Executive Council meeting on Tuesday in Abuja, declared a total nationwide strike from November 14, 2023. The union took the decision following the alleged assault on the NLC National President Joe Ajaero last week in Imo State. However, the federal government of Nigeria, the Attorney General of the Federation, and the Ministry of Justice filed an ex parte application praying to the court to stop the unions from embarking on the planned strike. In the application, the federal government and the AGF told the court that the strike would inflict untold hardship on law-abiding citizens and their businesses. Counsel for the federal government and the AGT, Tijani Ghazali SAN, during the proceedings of Friday, argued that many Nigerians suffered when the labor unions, during their union demonstration on Thursday, blocked the entrance to the main airport in the country. He pleaded with the court that unless the planned strike action is stopped, there may be a likelihood of a breach of peace and tranquility in the country. In his ruling, the president of the court, Justice Benedict Kanyip, cited Section 17 and 19 of the National Industry Court Act and ordered the union to stop their nationwide strike. You're watching Global TV News Express, coming to you live from Nigeria's capital, Abuja. We are on StarTime channel 276. Kindly follow us across social media platforms using @GlobalTVNG and other handles now showing on your screen. When the News Express returns, IMF warns China's slowing economy could have adverse effect on Nigeria. The news continues shortly with details of this and other stories right after this short break. Please don't go away. Welcome back to Global Television, bringing you live broadcasts of the News Express from Nigeria's capital, Abuja. On the foreign scene, citizens of the climate-threatened Tuvalu will have to ride the Leave Australia under a landmark pact unveiled Friday. It is an offer of refuge as the Pacific homeland is lost beneath the sea. Prime Minister Kosia Netanu and Anthony Albanese inked a treaty to help Tuvalu's 11,000 residents tackle climate change and take up sanctuaries should the worst fear materialize. Tuvalu is among the world's most vulnerable nations due to rising sea levels. 2 of Tuvalu's 9 coral islands have already largely disappeared under the waves, and climate scientists fear that the entire archipelago will be uninhabitable within the next 80 years. Toxic smoke in eastern Pakistan has made thousands of people sick, forcing authorities to shut some cities for the rest of the week. Smog in the country's second-largest city, Lahore, has risen to dangerous levels. The Punjab provincial government has ordered that schools, offices, malls and parks in 3 cities, including Lahore, be closed until Sunday. Over the past few days, Lahore's air quality index, which measures the level of fine particulate matter in the air, has hovered around 400 mark. AQI levels at or below 100 are generally thought as satisfactory. Lahore borders the Indian city of Amritsar. North India is also suffering from the impact of toxic smoke. Air pollution in the Indian capital, Delhi, has risen to alarming levels. On Tuesday, the air quality index for the Indian capital hit 300 on 7th of November, nearly reaching the hazardous level of 301 to 500. Time to talk about some business now. African Development Bank, AFDB, says it has contributed $1.5 billion towards advancing the export of value-added agricultural products through the Special Agro-Industrial Processing Zones ZAPS initiative. President of the bank, Akinwumi Adesina, said this at the 2023 African Investment Forum market place in Marrakesh, Morocco, themed Unlocking Africa's Value Chain. The ZAPS program, which was also launched in Nigeria, solely aims to boost household incomes, facilitate job creation in rural agricultural communities, especially for youth and women, and strengthen food and nutritional security. Additionally, emphasized on the pivotal role exporting value-added agricultural products in Africa's wealth creation during the inauguration of the Alliance of ZAPS. China's declining growth is set to affect Nigeria's economic fortune, the International Monetary Fund has disclosed. IMF noted that because China has found deep economic ties with countries in the sub-Saharan Africa over the past 20 years, its recent declining growth may affect growth in Nigeria by over 0.5 percentage point on average. China is the region's largest single country trading partners, as it buys 1/5 of the region's exports, metal materials and fuels, and it provides most of the manufactured goods and machineries imported in the region. The IMF highlighted it, however, noted that China's recovery from the pandemic is now set to ripple across Africa. The Washington-based lender revealed this in the post titled "China's Slowly Economy Will Hit Sub-Saharan African Gold." It further stated that the ripple effect of China's slowing economy extended to sovereign lending to sub-Saharan Africa, which fell below $1 billion last year, the lowest level in nearly 2 decades. It highlighted that the counterpart marks of a shift away from big-ticket infrastructures financing. Let's start to sport. Nigeria striker Victor Osimhen hopes to be fully fit for Napoli's UEFA Champions League match 5 clashes against Real Madrid at the Bernabeu on November 29th. Osimhen was now called up by the Nigeria for their 2026 World Cup qualifiers against Lesotho and Zimbabwe. He has missed Napoli's last 5 consecutive games, leaving Rudi Garcia without his star striker, who has scored 6 times in the 10 games he has played in so far this season before his injury. The 24-year-old Nigerian forward returned to Naples on Tuesday from Nigeria and have been carrying out individual training exercises at Castel Volterra as he works on his recovery. Keen to get back on the pitch as soon as possible, the former Lilian striker was in the stands at the Stadio Diego Armando Maradona to watch Napoli's Champions League clash with Union Berlin, which ended in 1-1. A second-half strike from David Fofana can they have been increasing security measures so that the game goes as smoothly as sport events. Kosovo authorities have already announced that each of the 14,000 tickets released for Sunday's game will be personalized, and only fans who present